Greetings, thanks for joining us on the show tonight. It's a Thursday edition. I'm Yemi Adebayo. I want to say Happy Children's Day to all the children all across the globe, especially those probably, I hope, right about now watching us. Today would have been the final of the Channels Kids Cup, if not for COVID-19. But of course, we'll do our best to help you remember those times. Just give you a bit of nostalgic feeling. What should have been, what could have been, if not for COVID-19. That's how we welcome you to the show. Tonight, we'll be talking about a lot of things on the show tonight. We'll talk about handball, the handball Cup of Nations, the African Handball Championship, of course, will be played in June. Should have been played last year, no thanks to COVID-19. We're going to be having two special guests who will be talking about it as we move on the show. We'll also talk about football on the domestic scene. Matches played yesterday, two matches played today. We'll travel abroad to look at the situation at this time in the season. Usually, it's the players that are grabbing the headlines, but as it is the managers grabbing the headlines, managers moving around. Of course, there's the story of Simone Inzaghi leaving his post in Lazio, Zinedine Zidane leaving his post Real Madrid, Antonio Conte leaving his post at Inter, the Lille manager leaving his post as well. Talks to get Mauricio Pochettino back to sports. Talks to get Massimiliano Allegri back to Juve. Very interesting. We'll talk about all of that on the show as we move on. Before I introduce my partners on the show, let's bring you into all that we're doing on the show tonight. This is what you need to do in case you're watching us for the first time. You want to be a part of it. Very simple. I say very simple. Sportsnight@channelstv.com. Send us a mail. Get across on Facebook. Drop your comment. Channel 7 Sports. Then you can also tweet at us. Channels-Sports. Let's know what you feel about all of these things. All right. Before I give you those nostalgic feelings I'm talking about, you will know why I said what I just said. Let me quickly introduce Bolu Omoni. He joins me today. Bolu, greetings to you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, good to be here again. First of all, Happy Children's Day to all the children all over the world and those that call me daddy. I'm absolutely young man. And again, talk about the Europa League. Finally, I think this period in terms of football is the longest time to be an anti-Nigerian. If you try it, you are in trouble. If you are not playing for Super Eagles, we don't care about you for now. But I heard some people talking about Shoritiri is a Yoruba boy. I said, no.
He has not played for us yet.
He's not with Super Eagles, so we are not supporting that. And they show yesterday, congratulations to Samuel Chukwueze. And you talked about the managerial movements. It's weird, actually. Now, immediately the season ends, you're always talking about players moving, players refusing to sign contracts, players ready to leave at all costs. I think that ended a few days or weeks ago. Now it's about the managers switching and everything. But again, that's the beauty of the game. This is 2021, not 1990, not 2020. Anything happened. It's all about the money. It's all about the move. But if you spend a lot and you don't succeed, you will definitely get the stick. All
right. Let's start the show tonight. Take you back down memory lane. Some highlights from the Channels International Kids Cup. Once you enjoy these moments, we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
In the semi-final, it's a corner kick, Canada in the crossbar, and it's the first goal. And he does a Cristiano Ronaldo, jersey number 7. What a coincidence. Thank you. We wait to see what happens at the end of the day. If he converts it, then I'll get the thought of. And he scores. The captain scores. Richard Odo concedes, and he scores, the captain of the side.
Of Channels National Kids Cup, and there's not been any dull moment. And look at that shot! Beautiful goal from afar. And it's a Yanuge of Benin City, Edo State that has taken the lead here at Teslim Balogun Stadium against rivals from Delta State, Nana Primary School of Warri. Excellent shot. We shall be confirming that goal scorer.
Anywhere you see in the world, and I must say I'm very, very impressed.
And interestingly, it's happening on Channels Television. Indeed, a television goal on the nation's great equalizer. Another lovely goal coming from Delta. Very, very beautiful response coming from Adode Israel. Isaac, actually. Adode Isaac Adode in native Urobo language, the woodwork. And next it was Emmanuel just preventing that ball from going in. Otherwise it would have been 2. So we cannot really underrate the Edo team as they try to pile more pressure. And that is it. Goal number 2 has come. And Yanuge shoots into the lead again. They shoot into the lead. And it is now 2-1 against Nana Primary School of Warri. Umere Innocent is the scorer of that lovely goal.
That's it. Fond memories of the Channels International Kids Cup. We do pray for God's protection, and of course, hopefully, COVID-19 will be behind us, and we can return to having this kind of memories, to having this kind of situation, to having on Children's Day, the final of the Channels International Kids Cup, seeing children do what they love doing best, you know, expressing pure passion and their love for the game. All right. Of course, you know that Lagos State is heavily supporting, talking about the Lagos Football Association, supports the Channels International Kids Cup. And of course, they've spoken at many times about the impact of the Channels International Kids Cup. And we're curious to know what they feel now that it couldn't hold because of COVID-19. Let's take a listen to the chairman and vice chairman of the Lagos State Football Association have their say on what they feel is the impact of the Channels International Kids Cup. We'll come back for more. Sports Tonight.
What I really need to tell the children and to Channels is that we shouldn't give up. We should keep going. The virus will be with us forever. What you have done for football will go down in history as something we will never forget. So we don't want this virus to discourage you at all. Let's continue to do what we need to do. And we at the Lagos State Football Association and at the NFF are still there to support you in everything you're doing.
One of the disadvantages, serious advantages of COVID is that we have missed a group. There are some people we will never see again because age will have taken them off, you know, and they cannot come back again. Some have left school, don't have opportunity of participating in the Channels Kids Cup. Well, it's unfortunate COVID has come. I would believe it will end very soon, and we're hoping that we'll be able to have the next edition, which is the 2022 edition. Hopefully, we'll discover new talents. Oh, definitely to be bigger. We've learned so many things. We have time, you know, to think over a lot of things while not working. And so, one thing we've been able to do before is to ensure that it's the people of those ages that are playing that we have been able to settle. So, going forward, we need to go into more private schools and encourage more public schools to be part of what we're doing so that we can get more talents.
Viewers of Channels Television nationwide and of course globally. Oh, look at that. Beautiful goal I was just talking about.
Yeah, encouragement and commendation in the same breath coming from the Lagos State Football Association. And of course, we appreciate those kind words. It means a lot to us. All right, Bolo Omole is still with me, but we need to go to Abuja now and have a conversation around handball, the Women's Handball Championship, the 24th edition to be precise. Tonight, have the pleasure of having Coach Rafiu Salami and Dorothy Inyag with me on the show. Greetings, guys. Thanks for being on the show tonight. All right, let me start with Coach, and let's start by talking about preparation. This competition should have held last year. No thanks to COVID, everything shifted. I want to ask, because next month you guys will be in Cameroon, so I want to ask, in terms of preparation, how ready are the ladies?
Now we've been down for about, this is the 3rd week in camp. I joined them about 10 days ago because I don't stay in Nigeria. But I think the physical aspect of the handball work has been done. Now we're tackling the technical and tactical aspect of it since about 2 days ago. We had the matches today. It was encouraging. We have other matches, subsequent matches before we go about 4 matches. It helps us to know our exact situation before we go to Cameroon.
Let me also ask you, before I go to Dorothy, do you have the exact number of players you want right now in camp, or you're still going to prune your squad, or you've done that already? You have the exact number of players that you want?
Yeah, we're traveling. No, we have 24 up to last week. We've reduced that to 18 to give us a restricted number of players to work with. We're traveling 16, so the finalists will be done on Sunday.
Let me just quickly go to Dorothy. She's going to be in the center of everything. So good to see you, Dorothy. Thanks for being with us on the show. I want to ask you, the coach has answered, but how ready? I know you can speak on behalf of the team. You're with your colleagues every day. How ready are you guys for the tournament in Cameroon?
We are very much ready because I believe what they've actually tried to impact in us it has gone a long way in us, and the morale is high. Everybody is trying to give it her best, so we are ready.
All right, so any personal targets? I know that 4 African teams will qualify from this for the World Handball Championships. I'm not trying to put words into your mouth, but do you have any personal targets going? You want to win a championship? You want to qualify for the World Championships? Or what are they? Or you just want to take it in one game at a time?
Even if it's 2, I believe, and I strongly believe that we will still be among those that are going to qualify. Because it's an opportunity for us, which we are not going to take for granted. We are not just going there because we want to go there and showcase ourselves. We want to really create something for ourselves.
Let me also ask you, in terms of preparation, it appears like you seem pretty satisfied with how the team has been prepared. But let me ask you, is there anything that you would have loved in the phase of camping, the training, and everything? Is there anything you would have loved to have, or you would say everything that the player needs, you guys have in camp?
If we said everything, players, we have our own needs and we have other things too. But I think from what has gone around, we actually have what we need.
Okay, thank you, Dorothy. Let me go back to Coach Rafiu, and I'm interested in asking you this, because when we talk about tournaments, you know your team, but how much of the other teams do you know? For instance, I know we're going to come up against the host, we're going to come up against DR Congo, we're also going to come up against Kenya. So how much do you know about these teams, or the focus is just on your own teams, on your own team, and whatever happens? Do you know 1 or 2 things about these other guys we're going to come up against?
Of course, the Congo team and the Cameroon team, I have a video of the 2 matches they played. They won the play of the African games against each other. I have a Congo match they played at the World Championship. I'm working on it. The most important thing, I think, is not the opponent, it's we ourselves. If we put our game in place, I think we can go far. So it's not working on the opponent that's important alone, it's working on ourselves too. And I think what I'm focusing on now is how to make the team play better. If we play better, no matter the opponent, I think we do something there. But we have to concentrate first on our game. Then the tactical aspect of the opponent's game is my job. We do that too.
Let me ask you, I've asked Dorothy, but I'm going to ask you as well. Any personal targets or targets set by the Federation as you go to Cameroon for these tournaments? Is there anything that is your own benchmark that you've told the players, this has to be done, this is where I want us to get to? Or is there any on the Federation side to say, you guys are going there, this is the barest minimum?
You see, this is a relatively new team, and we're trying to construct a new team. The Federation does not personally give us goal to go to the World Championship. We are competitors. We do our best to want to get there. That's the thing. It's not even the Federation alone. But I think what I always say is if we get out of the first round, anything can happen. We have to get off our group first. Unfortunately for us, we are playing the host country. I don't know how good they are now. And we are playing one of the best female countries in Africa, to Congo. But if we get out of our group, I think we'll do something good in the championship.
Coach, let me ask you this. Let's put aside the competition. Let's put Nigeria side by side, other African handball playing nations. Since we're talking about women, let's focus on the ladies. Put Nigeria on one side and put the women. How is there any gap in terms of growth of the game? Since you're a very knowledgeable person and somebody who is very emotionally invested in the game of handball, is there any gap, or you think Nigeria ranks well or high among female handball playing nations on the continent?
If I say we raise it high, I will be telling lies. The female team has not attended Nations Cup for the past 2 years, I think. They've not been out. While we are waiting here, others are playing too. But I know the biggest challenge, or the biggest country in Africa handball is Angola. They're far ahead of everybody. I won't say lie. But I think Senegal is a strong country. Others, we can compete with them, but it's not going to be easy because we're out of the competition for a very, very long time. Others have been playing. So the goal I set for the team was, let's get out of the first round. If we get out of the first round, I think we can do something.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Let me allow Dorothy answer probably the last question. Dorothy, let me ask you. Coach has given us his assessment about African. How much do you know about other African teams? Probably that might be your parting shot on the show. How much do you know about other African teams, or are there African teams that you dread facing?
Yes, we have a lot of them because as of the last All-African Games we were there, we had challenges because of we've been we've been behind because, as the coach rightly said, for over 20 years now, we've not been into this kind of a championship, and it's a new team we are trying to put in place. But that's never the least for us, because I think the main goal there is for us is the focus, the determination, and the zeal. If we actually have these three things, on which I am already seeing in us as we are in camp, we will actually get there. We don't want to know who is involved, because if you want to look at that, as the coach rightly said, the Angola is a big team. It's a dreaded team, let me put it in that way, but anything can happen.
All right, so that's a good place. That's a good place to leave it. Coach Rafiu Salami and Dorothy Yang, I want to thank you both for taking our time to be with us on the show. And I wish you all the best as Nigeria prepares to go to Cameroon. Hopefully, when you guys come back from Cameroon, there will be something to celebrate.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we've been having that conversation with the handball coach and one of the female players, Bolu. We have just a couple of seconds. You listen to them, but I like the realistic approach, and I like the fact that we should always tell ourselves the truth. Nigerian fans at any sport, once they hear Nigeria is going for something, they want victories.
Well, I like that they know their level, first off. They know who the stronger oppositions are. And if you listen to Dorothy at the end, she was like, well, they are hopeful, they are giving their best. And the coach said he's focused more on his team. Sometimes it's good, he said he will look at the opposition tactically, okay, what are their loopholes? Well, first off, are we prepared? Yes. Are my girls ready for the challenge? If these girls, they said they are mentally ready in terms of fitness and everything, what they are working on now is the tactical part. If they focus on that part, focus on that assignment, well, give your best shot. And like you rightly said, when you get to the knockout phase, anything can happen. I remember Villarreal in 04, we've seen Greece in 04, and so I think the focus is let them do their best and qualify first, then we'll know what to do.
All right. Once again, I want to wish the handball team the best of luck when they play in Cameroon. We need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, we'll talk about the Olympics and, of course, the king of sport, football. But we need to go on that break first and return for more on Sports Tonight.
Viewers of Channel Television, nationwide and, of course, globally. Oh, look at that. Beautiful goal. I was just talking about the fact that people are seeing this game live. And the Warri Boys have taken the lead here with that textbook shot coming through their jersey number 7. And who can stop that unique celebration stanza. And it looks like Delta still on rampage. Nana Primary School with a chance for goal number 3. What a goal, what a dribble, and a rare show of skill by this Nana Primary School's attacker. So it is 3 goals to 0 now for Nana Primary School of Warri. And check out that Crawley celebration, just as we've seen in the Premiership. His teammates. And this Uncle Bayus now with an opportunity to make their first goal. Lovely goal by Uncle Bayus. And that is coming through the captain. Tunuwashe Onabolu is the scorer. He has been playing so well. He has been playing with rare determination, trying to inspire his teammates. He lost it the last time they attacked, but at least he got it right this time around.
Of course, like the CEO's vision, he said, I want to see this thing getting bigger. Remember, it was just limited to schools only playing in Lagos State. That was where it started from, before it grew to a national competition where schools from all over the states now come to participate. And of course, oh my God, that's a brilliant goal. Jersey number 11. And another way.
Aduke Mine, Advice Mine has lashed in goal number 4 here. And you can see the Delta boys celebrating as usual. They have every reason to celebrate. 4 goals, not easy to score. And 4 goals to 1, that is the scoreline. Advantage Nana Primary School against Uncle Bayus. And it's a Warri boy just cut it across. Look at that fine one. Who will finish it here? Will they get it right? And it goes in just between the goalkeeper's legs. I would think goal number 5 coming to Nana Primary School. And you can see some acrobatic display by both the goal scorer, talking about jersey number 8. I'm talking of Benjamin Moses and other key members of the team. And it is Peter Joel that really tucked in that goal number 5. So 5 goals to 1, that is the scoreline.
The Olympics getting support, getting backing on the sidelines of the EU-Japan summit. Also, some sort of support coming for Japan, talking about the Olympics, talking about assurances given and received. And in your picture is the president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. And she just laid it out and said, look, the EU is in support of Japan. The Olympics should go ahead, of course, with the precautions and every other thing. But we just want to let the world know that the EU is behind Japan. Let's listen to her in our own words. Of course, we'll come back to digest what she had to say.
We have, of course, said that we're looking forward to the Olympic Games. No more has been discussed. But the signal that from the European Union, more than 100 million doses of vaccines have been authorized to be exported to Japan also is a strong sign that we support any preparation for the Olympic Games and the safety of these games. The 100 million doses of vaccines have been authorized for export by the European Union. But we do not have knowledge about delivery schedules. This has to be clearly differentiated, the one or the other.
The maritime security is a top priority, and we think with Japan, we are convinced with Japan that it's very important to cooperate in order to make sure that we can improve the maritime security everywhere, but also in this part in the world, which is very important for the international trade.
All right, you listen to the president of the European Commission, of course, the EU Council, all, speaking in support. All right, before we talk about a Nigerian team participating in a team event, what do you make of that, quickly?
Well, again, it shows support, similar to the US. We were
Stance.
quoted wrongly for this. We're all backing, and if you listen, she said something that they are sending there, or they've approved the 100 million vaccines. How many athletes will be going? So if you don't get before you go, we will vaccinate and revaccinate you. Everyone is just prepared for whatever happens. Definitely, I don't think we'll have about 100 million people, both athletes and participants.
And it appears the IOC is saying, look, we're going to be personally responsible for the Games Village.
Yeah.
Japan, deal with your problem, but if it is about the Olympics, just forget about it. We're going to deal with this.
Dealing with everything that has to do with Olympic villages, athletes, workers, everyone that will be active in the Olympic Games. It means everyone is ready. They don't want anything to move these Olympic Games. Both the federations of the countries, the board of the European Union,
the sporting federations,
IOC themselves. The only thing, Japan, don't worry. Sort your nation, sort the city.
We will take care of ourselves.
Sort the Olympics. And I think, as of now, I don't want to say boldly like to hold, but I think as of now, with 57 days to go, I think we'll definitely celebrate the Olympic Games.
All right, I think it's going to happen as well. I think the worst is already over. They've seen an increase in cases. I think it was already over. I think the Olympics will hold this year. Let's talk about a Nigerian team, basketball to be precise. Bolu, let's really talk about the Tigress. The NBBF has confirmed 3 pre-Olympic friendlies for the D Tigress. We're in a unique situation. We have the men and the women. No football. we have to pinch ourselves and remember that no football and basketball. I mean, there's been an upsurge. There's been, of late, a lot of good things happening with basketball. None of us can confidently say that these guys may win a medal, but we know with all confidence in our hearts, the men and the women they're going to give their best. And when you see when you see this story that they're going to get 3 pre-Olympic friendlies, it also gladdens your heart.
Well, I hope they get friendlies for the Tigers as well. But one thing this does is it keeps you ready. It gets you ready for this tournament. Not that you are just sitting and chilling. We've qualified. Whatever happens, happens. No. And looking at the preparation of the D Tigers and D Tigress at the last World Championship for basketball, the FIBA World Cup, you would be confident to a level that, okay, well, they may not get anything, but like Riley said, they will give their best. I think D Tigress lost at the quarterfinal stage. D Tigers lost, they didn't go that far, but when they needed to win, they defeated the host nation to qualify. So it means they are definitely giving their all. And again, in games like this, everyone have not had the right preparation. You've not had the normal preparation.
Because of COVID-19.
These 3 games could help them ahead of them, no matter what your results before now has been. And again, like the same, friendly is beyond results. It is preparation, teamwork, and whatever you need to do, sort it out in those 3 games. For example, if your problem is 3-pointers, sort it out in those friendly games. So you know when you get to face the United States, you won't be scared of 3 points and everything. So I wish them all the best at the Olympics. I wish they can get something, even if it's a bronze. It's definitely going to be a progress, but let's focus on these 3 games before talking about the Olympic Games.
All right, very good. Let's move on the show and go to football. 2 matches played today in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Let's really show you the result. Bolu will obviously tell us the story behind those 2 matches played, Abia Warriors and Aqua United. Okay, let's start with what happened yesterday. Let's go that route. Kano Pillars Nasarawa United ended 1-0 in favor of Pillars. Adamawa United defeated Katsina United. Wiki Torres lost at home to the Abaya Elephants. Kwara United played a 1-1 draw with Rivers United. Dakada defeated FC Ifeanyi 2-1. All of these matches played yesterday. Match day 23 results. Warri Wolves defeated Lobby Stars 1-0. Heartland played a goalless draw. The game was played late in the evening. A lot of drama. Bolu probably will tell us a thing or two about that. Sunshine, of course, there's a story after a story with this Sunshine. So we'll talk about Sunshine, the story later on, and MFM, a Southwest derby ended goalless. Let's talk about what happened today. Quickly, what happened today? 2 matches played today. Abia Warriors played a goalless draw with Aqua United, and you have Rangers and Jigawa Golden Stars as well. Rangers picking that as well. I'm very sure the results will come up on your screen. But Bolu, in a minute or two, because we have a lot of ground to cover, any surprises for you?
Well, I thought Akwa United would have won the game, but after Charles Ashimene got sent off, you knew there was trouble. The best they could get was 0. And Abia Warriors, since they moved to Kigo, it's been 3 goals, 4 goals. So I think it's even a big result that Akwa United did not even concede. But they needed that one to go back to the top of the table. Now Kano Pillars are standing there alone, 2 points ahead of Akwa United. That will be difficult.
They're on 44
and
Akwa
42. And with the inspiration of Ahmed Musa, even though I would hate it when everybody attributes, if Kano Pillars win and everyone attributes the win to Musa, no. It's more of the team. Now they are standing alone. Akwa United have to give that, but I think it's a good win for Rangers as well, defeating Jigagun Stars. 3 goals, 1 in the first half and 2 goals in the second half. Good win for them. Again, another team should I say I'm happy for is Eyimba picking up an away win yesterday. They needed that win to get back to...
Just forget about the distraction of...
And MFM. How are they doing it? 2 away games now, not conceding anything. Even though I thought they could have defeated Sunshine Stars yesterday, despite playing away.
But of course, Sunshine not without their own problems.
Lots of problems.
Let's talk about Sunshine now. And, Gbenga Ogunkode's second stint didn't go has not gone as planned. Let's just put it that way. He has tendered his resignation. He has resigned from his post with immediate effect. In fact, the letter was available to the media. The former Rangers and Eyimba boss cited failure of the club's hierarchy to fulfill its financial obligations to the coaching crew and players as they are being held over 7 months' salaries. And Sunshine Stars have struggled in the Nigerian Professional Football League after going 15 matches without a win, which has kept them in the relegation zone. And in his words, let me paraphrase, he has to work with these players. Those are the tools that he has. And if these players are, their welfare is not looked into, he's not going to get anything from them. But Bola, I want to get your thoughts. I personally, I was very happy when Gbenga Ogunkode came here. I thought probably he was going to be able to replicate some of the things he did with the Akure Gunners, but it appears like the second stint has not gone well.
But one of the things we discussed off here was a team can go on the field of play without their coach. Just gather themselves, talk to each other and play. But a coach cannot go out without his players. And it's one of the things he's fighting for. Remember, even before he took the job, I don't know how it's always 7 months. I think they've been owing these guys for like 2 years.
7 months is magical.
They were owing them last season. Remember, before Gbenga Ogunkode took charge, they asked him about the payment. They were like, well, it's focused on the game. And they told him they were going to pay money and everything. And I don't know what he said to them at the start of the season. Probably they were living on promises. And they did well at the point. I think they were top of table at the point. They had Sadiq Yusuf, top goal scorer at the point.
As a matter of fact, Bolu, let me just quickly remind you. When the news first broke, we were all surprised because we were like, these guys were playing well. So even while they were getting those good results, the trouble was looming.
Even before the season started, 2 days before the officials, I think, was it 26 or 27 of November, there were reports that these guys, they boycotted training because they were being owed. And all the owing everyone is talking about, I'm not sure anyone is even talking about the pandemic period. The money we just want is pay us pre-pandemic. And I think there were reports that they got a month's salary just the weekend of the election. No, it should not be.
All right.
Now, Ogunbode has stepped down. Who is coming in? Will the new person continue without getting paid? Are there promises that these players will be paid? If not, they still play draw against MFM.
Is it
16 games now without a win.
It's a ticking time bomb. So, Bolu, you were about to say, give us some, and we're going to see pictures, some pictures of the game, some of the pictures we put together. You were going to say something in your analysis of the game.
There were 10 corner kicks in the game for 120 minutes. Some teams have 10 corner kicks in the first half alone, and both of them have combined 10. And United had 3, and Villarreal had 7. It feels like Villarreal prepared for almost everything, including penalty shootout. When they got to, at the point it was Villarreal started playing well, then United, when Villarreal scored, it was all about United. When they got their goal, even though some persons are saying looked offside or not, the goal stood. And after then, United started sitting back. You could not feel a direct penetration from these guys. And Villarreal were just trying to pick them on the break. immediately, Unai Emery just started using a sub. You know this guy trusted his bench. Not that the guys on the bench were far better than what United had on the bench. You have a Mata against a team that was sitting back. No matter how much you criticize Mata, Mata can send in some penetrating passes. That's what he's good for.
Okay. Bolu, we're pressed for time. But the question everybody is asking, is Manchester United going forward under Ole Gunnar or they're retrogressing?
Well, so most of their fans say it's progress. I think they are still where they are or where they were. I can't see the progress yet because people will give you an excuse of money. I saw a stat that they've spent over 400 million or 300 million in the last 4 years. And what have they... Progress is relative, yes. So the question is, what do United fans or they themselves see as progress? Because for a team like United, if you are not winning, there's no progress. As much as they all criticize Mourinho, Mourinho won things for them.
Yeah. Especially this trophy
This
that
same trophy,
they missed. All right, let's go back to Zinedine Zidane. That's our parting shot on the show. Rumors already linking Antonio Conte. Do you see him as the kind of person that could fill the void?
Well, Conte has a terrible record on the continental, but a brilliant record in domestic title. And Real Madrid really want to probably win La Liga for a while. Again, there are links with Pochettino, there are links with Allegri, who is expected to return to Juventus. But it looks more like Zidane is a PSG man. If he's available, and Pochettino may leave, like you rightly said, we'll probably see all these coaches that left go back to probably, if A leaves B, B may go to A and C, but again, it's the beauty of the game. Contract is what's most important, and targets. Anyone else?
Is it more likely for him to go to Juve? But we are also hearing Allegri. I'm talking about Conte.
Allegri's return to Juve is one of the talks, and Conte started their dominance. So who knows? He may return to Juventus.
Who knows? You never can tell. Very, very interesting. Wish we had time, but we don't. Bolu Omoni, I want to thank you for your time on the show today.
It's always a pleasure being here.
All right. Thank you as well for allowing us to be a part of your day. Once again, I want to say Happy Children's Day to all the children all over the world. Hope you enjoyed your day. We're back again tomorrow. I'm Imad Bayo. Bye-bye now.